Hello Ahmer, I hope that you are fine today.
Yes, I'm fine. How are you, ma'am?
Alhamdulillah, I'm also fine. Okay, so Ahmer, you are ready for your training and assessment?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Okay, so before we start the assessments, let me guide you a bit that how many documents you are supposed to fill in and how this assessment is drafted for you.
Okay.
First, you are supposed to fill a assessment cover sheet where you are going to give all your details, all your credentials, starting from your name to your student ID, address, phone, email, and the date of submission, along with your signature over here, right?
Okay.
And after filling this form, let me guide you a bit about that how I have drafted this complete assessment tool for you.
Okay.
And with that, you have a guide as well available for you, that wherever you are stuck up, you can consult that guide, and I have got a printed copy of it over here as well.
Sure.
So first is what is a competency based assessment is and how it works. Naturally, it has two criterias. First is competent and the other is not yet competent. The competent criteria will be achieved if you meet all the requirements and answer all the questions that are drafted over here.
Okay.
And not yet competent will be awarded if you skip any of the question. So make sure that once you are going for the assessment, don't leave any question there.
Okay.
And if you're not clear, just ask me.
Sure.
I will guide you about it.
Sure.
Second is that the assessment process, activities and requirements are designed as per the unit of competence. You know that unit of competence is taken from a qualification, right? And if you complete this unit of competence, you will be awarded with a statement of attainment. And that ensures that now you have complete competency over that unit. And this portion will include all the performance criteria, all the knowledge evidence that is required for the completion of this particular unit.
Okay.
Then later we move to the learner rights and responsibility. So as a learner, you have a complete right and you have some responsibilities to offer. Right means if you're not happy with my decision, anytime you can go for appeal. And naturally my decision will come after you have done all these assessments.
Okay.
And if you think that I have marked you on any biasness or I have not marked it well, you can either talk to me directly and can address your concerns over it, or you can concern my boss, who is the RTO, and can come through their channel. And next is, as your responsibility is that whatever information you are going to give through this document, these assessments, you need to make it valid. You need to go for authentic information. Never go for writing of something which you don't know and which you don't have confidence in.
Okay.
And next is that if you think you are not comfortable right now, you are not ready for the assessment, you can go for another date as well, right? So you're not bound to go for the assessment right now.
Okay.
You can quit at any time. Next is that if you require any sort of a support and assistance from my side, you can ask that maybe you have problem in understanding, reading, or you have problem in writing. So all that you can take from me if it is required. Do you need any sort of a support?
A kind of.
Okay, so maybe during the assessments you need any support in understanding the question, so I am very much with you to answer that. Okay, so and then after that you will supposed to sign this document, which you will do it later on. Okay, moving to the first portion of the assessment, that is the observation checklist. Observation checklist will be filled by you, and I have prepared it onto the content and the activities that were there in the assessment plan, that these are the areas that will project your learning. That did you get it during the training session that was conducted earlier or not, right? Okay. So yes identifies that you are through with it, and no identifies that you don't know about it, right? But for a satisfactory result, you need to answer all the questions. And wherever there is a no, then I will guide you again about it, and then you can come up with the yes response. That is first portion.
Okay.
Kindly go for it. Okay, so your first assessment is complete. Now we'll move to the next assessment, that is the written questions. Written questions means that I have prepared 2 theoretical based questions where you're supposed to answer them briefly, and they are open questions. They are not very rigid as far as their answers are concerned, and there are number of true and false statements mentioned over here, which you will mark either as true or false as per your understanding of the training. And finally, a multiple choice question. You will pick any one option out of the number of options mentioned over here.
Okay.
Okay, so if you find any difficulty during the assessment, you can ask the questions there. Come on and do it. So you are through with your second assessment.
Yes.
Now we'll move to the third one, that is assessment instrument, which is verbal question, right?
Okay.
Verbal question means that I will go for an interview with you about few of the basic questions that I believe in that you have known through all the other training sessions that has taken place.
Okay.
So I will ask you one by one and you will respond to it. First question is that do you know the work placement officer responsibilities?
The work placement is to job description, to support staff, and got some new skills.
Okay. After that, the next question is how you take and how you discuss the duties of a work placement officer with the supervisor.
He explained the structure,
Okay.
and to whom I am supposed to assist,
Okay.
and to whom I have learned about that.
Okay. The third question is that what you learned as a placement officer in the organization.
Coordination,
Okay.
to learn new skills.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So your third assessment is also complete. Do you have any questions regarding anything till now?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And this is the feedback form for learner that you're supposed to fill in after the completion of that all. So
Okay.
kindly fill in that form.
And can you please elaborate
Okay,
that point?
Basically, it is explaining that once your sessions were taken on, you got the understanding of everything, that were assessment documents clear and helpful.
Okay.
Means all the documents that are created for you, did they guided you? The instruction for guide and learner, did that supported you during the conduction of the assessment or not? So if these documents are helpful, then you will go for either poor, fair, very good, excellent.
Okay.
It's purely onto your own perception about it.
What is meant by competencies?
Competency means that it has to be fine and good enough that it supported you during the conduction of the whole procedure.
Okay.
Okay, so this is done. Ahmer, I hope that you have completed all your assessments,
Yes, ma'am.
and I will inshallah submit your feedback to you and the result of these assessments.
Thank you.
So we'll be in touch soon. Take care.
Inshallah.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Allah Hafiz.